looks like this game isn't capturing, so I guess I have to make a separate capture for it. Today we're playing The Infectious Madness of Dr. Dekker. Hopefully that works. If it doesn't... Yeah, that's still not capturing. Very strange. It seems to be capturing as like a really small window. There really is only full screen here, and I'm pretty sure that's 1920 1080. The background audio is very loud. Very loud. Maybe if I go for window capture? Oh, it's a window even though it's full screen. And that makes it go yellow for some reason for me. Very weird. Capture method automatic bit. Oh shit. There's a lot of stuff here. Capture client area. This is all new. This didn't used to be in window capture. You know what? I'm fine with playing this with like a big red or a big yellow border around the screen. I don't really mind. It looks like it's capturing it smoothly at least. Yeah, I don't really mind. So, anyway. God, my throat today. I think I've had a cold for like the last week, and this is it finally like shifting. Anyway, The Infectious Madness of Dr. Dekker. We've played FMV games before from this studio, and we've also played FMV games that have these actors and actresses in them. They're on my YouTube channel. The other ones are called, oh god, Contradiction and Yikes. I can't remember the name of the other one. Yikes. Alright, let's play the game. Looking at the options, it has hint timer, normal and whatever, sepia on and off. We might change this, I don't know. I've set subtitles to always instead of just for playback because I feel like subtitles are something I need to have on for the stream. Yeah, I don't know. This is very weird. In process GPU on and off. Don't know what this does. Anyway, 1 second and then we'll start. Okay, let's go.
The faculty thinks I've gone loopy, like some kind of spongy
I'm the
Mobius
doctor,
strip.
apparently.
That's why I'm here, isn't it, Dr. Dekker?
I can see people's dreams.
I've set up an experiment.
My dad is trying to hurt me.
Quantum suicide.
Oh! Shit. Oh, fuck. Right, I'm gonna have to restart the fucking game. I clicked, and I shouldn't have clicked. New game.
The faculty thinks I've gone loopy, like some kind of spongy Mobius strip. That's why I'm here, isn't it, Dr. Dekker?
I can see people's dreams.
I've set up an experiment.
My dad is trying to hurt me.
Quantum suicide. Have you heard of it?
If I concentrate hard enough, and I know when the person's going to be asleep, I can have the dream with them.
Well, let's call him God. He creates this world for his amusement, something he can play with and occasionally alter to suit his mood.
It feels like the paintings are watching me.
Sometimes, when I walk through a door, it takes me somewhere else. Literally, somewhere else.
He's wrong warping.
God loves chaos, but something goes wrong. Man and woman evolve. What was once chaotic becomes, well, more ordered.
Starts as a door-to-door saleswoman. Double glazing, probably.
Dr. Dekker, I think we both know what you dreamed about last night.
I've seen its silhouette changing through the window.
Because he thinks I'm evil. Because I can see things other people can't.
On the basis the central component of our universe is chaos. Science can only document a perception of the chaos at any one given moment in time.
I did what you said, Doctor. They arrested me.
Which means that at any given moment, we can choose to alter our perception of the world, no matter how much chaos that would cause.
I thought you were supposed to fix me.
I'm telling you, it's eating people. And you're just laughing.
You're insane, Doctor.
Listen to me! You're not listening! It's your only bloody job!
Okay. So I'm Dr. Dekker,
You're late.
and these are
And
my
after
patients.
all those promises, never mind, let's not keep the patient. You're late. And after all those promises,
Huh?
you're late.
You're
and after all those,
I ain't late,
and
I'm
after
here.
all
What
those
up?
promises, never mind.
It's me, Doctor. Doctor Guy. I'm here. Act 1.
Doctor, you're late. And after all those promises, never mind, let's not keep the patients waiting. And if you want anything, just... Oh, sorry, I forgot. I'm not going to be here. The police still have some questions they want to ask about, you know. And then after that, I'm dropping in to see Ben. He's still in shock, and I thought we'd show we cared. We do still care, don't we, Doctor? Good. Anyway, I hope you're all caught up on Dr. Dekker's tapes. I think Mariana is in first, but I'm sure they'll all become a blur by the end of the day.
Wait,
I'll see you later.
I'm not Dr. Dekker?
Or tomorrow. Probably tomorrow. I'll leave it to you then.
I'm not Dr. Dekker, I'm a regular doctor. Says Dr. Dekker's tapes, as if that's not me. Tapes are normally like recordings of sessions. Patients' names have dots next to them. Red is keep talking to them. Amber is you're done. The continue button appears when all patients are amber. Green, you've asked everything. Watch replays in the response tab. Look for stars, important or optional. Stars update automatically. So they're not something I place on the tapes if I think they're important. And you can replay this from the help screen. Try using your patient's words. I'm Ellen, I'm 25, and I'm a nurse. Typing nurse will get a response. Oh, is it a bit like the Sam Barlow game, telling lies? Include a yes or no when answering patients. Use context. Say yes, I like cats, not yes. Going green is intentionally hard. Hints will be required. Huh. I am completely confused. But, you know, this should be an experience. Weird spelling of Ellen. So are we Dr. Dekker or are we not? Because I'm a little bit confused on that. She said, Dr. Dekker, you're finally here. And then she said, are you up to date with Dekker's tapes? We got notes. Verbal mirroring, a new study in psychology. Oh, we could actually type here. Cool, I might actually do this. This will give you a view into what I actually write down when I take notes when we're playing these type of games. Because I take a lot of notes. I always take notes. Verbal mirroring, a new study in psychology yesterday suggests using the same words as your patients increases trust. Use yes or no when answering questions. If my patients seem confused, I've probably asked something they have more than one answer to. Say hello to patients, find out what's wrong with them, and see what they know about Dekker. Yeah, I'm not Dekker. Annotation idea. Should follow this up as 1 star, definitely should as 2. And then remove that when you're done. Great. It looks like it's playing fine on stream and whatever, which is good. Yeah. Alright. Why is she stuck out? Oh, I must have clicked it. Let's go Bryce first. Can we do anything with Bryce? Oh! You select them like this, and then you type your stuff here. So if I say hello, Bryce.
I'm Bryce Hemmings. You must be the new doctor. Did you know Dr. Dekker?
No. No, I do not know Dr. Dekker.
He was an antagonistic psycho. I hope you're not from the same school of thought.
Nah, I care about my patients. My patients are more important than even my followers on Twitch. That's how much I care about my patients. No, I am not a psycho.
I didn't really like Dr. Dekker, and for quite a few reasons, actually. I'd rather talk about my own problems for now, though, if you don't mind.
No, Kimmerix, you're above your elevated status. You're above the average. You're a patient. That's what I'm trying to say. You're a patient. Bryce, do you like cheese?
I can't help you there.
Can't help me with cheese. Okay. What did Bryce just say? Oh, this is the hint drop down. Shit. I shouldn't have clicked this. This is the hint drop down. I was just trying to see if there was a way to replay what we'd heard from him. This is probably the button for question history. Yeah. And then this is notes. But the notes are for everybody. The notes aren't just for this guy. So what did I ask? I said, no, I'm not a psycho.
I didn't really like Dr. Dekker, and for quite a few reasons, actually.
Alright. So why didn't you like Dr. Dekker? Have you played this, Kimmerix? It seems like the type of game that you've played. It says on the description it's a Lovecraftian psychological horror game. I doubt it's going to be a horror. I think it's going to be thematically horror, because horror is a theme. It's a genre. It's not like a it's not a genre in terms of, like, you know, FPS sports game.
Dr. Dekker would say one thing and do another. He would push me to do things I didn't want to do. He was getting worse towards the end. I'm surprised he didn't kill himself.
Oh, so Dr. Dekker's been murdered, right. What did Dr. Dekker make you do?
I know you're asking questions to try and get a bearing, but I'd rather not talk about that now.
That Kubrick
Let's just enjoy the getting to know you phase before the ugliness kicks in.
What ugliness? Is that how you spell ugliness? Ugliness.
Doctor, pace yourself, please. This is my session. I'm paying.
How big is your cock? No? Can I ask him that? What is your favorite type of food? I like how the capital letters are just bigger versions of the lowercase letter. Do you see that? It's just the bigger version.
I don't know.
You don't know your favorite type of food? Are you an alcoholic?
That's meaningless to me.
Okay, do you smoke?
Is that something I should know about?
Oh, fuck. Right. I think we gotta ask him more questions about, the actual stuff. What is your mental illness?
That doesn't mean...
What is your problem?
Originally, I was suffering with depression.
Okay, he's depressed.
Work was piling up. I kept missing deadlines. I wasn't used to all the failure. I got depressed.
What is your job?
I'm a grave digger, Doctor.
What?
And people are dying quicker than we can bury them.
Are you vaccinated?
Sorry, I don't know anything about that.
Doesn't know about the vaccine. say a dragon attacked Helgen.
I don't have anything for you.
He doesn't know about the dragon attack in Helgen. Alright. Well, this says orange for pursuing this, and this says green for pursuing why didn't he like Dekker. Why are you here? Oh, that's just more with what is your problem?
Originally, I was suffering with depression. Work was piling up. I kept missing deadlines. I wasn't used to all the failure.
Why do you feel like a failure?
Apparently, I've gone a little mad.
Woo! Got one.
For me, I have 25-hour days.
Same. Why are your days 25 hours long?
At midnight each day. Time as you know it freezes. In my world, it just slows down to almost a stop.
I think he's on cocaine too, Turtle.
I'm free to wander around
Also,
and do as I
Turtle?
please. An hour later, normal reality continues. It's my very own midnight hour.
Achievement unlocked, intern. You know what I would do if time froze? Like in those Japanese adult videos? If time froze, I would take off everybody's shoes and put them onto everybody else's feet. And then when time restarts, they'd all be like, what the fuck? They'd all think they had like a stone in their shoe, right? And they'd look down and be like, what? That guy's wearing my shoes. How are they going to sort that out? They'll never do it. Excellent prank. It's just a prank, bro. What do you do when time slows down? Oh. What is your job? Time slows down? Question mark?
No.
Alright. Do we want to stop talking to Bryce and switch to a different patient real quick? I started taking notes in this. Maybe I should do it here. I'm gonna do it here. Right, he's a gravedigger. He's depressed. I've spelled it the way that I spelled my username. Time stops for 1 hour at midnight for him. Let's go on to Claire. Hello, Claire.
My name is Claire Castleford, and as I'm paying a small fortune for these sessions, I'd expect you to be up to speed, Doctor.
How are the audio levels, by the way? I'm a new doctor, though. Like, give me a break. I'm a new doctor.
I don't have anything to say about that.
What is your problem?
Well, according to your predecessor, I'm a delusional psychotic with obsessive tendencies.
That's a pretty good one, Turtle.
Oh, and a
Siphon
history of
Diesel out of
violence.
course.
Sounds so cold when you put it like that, though, doesn't it?
Siphon Diesel out of cars. Because, like, you'd be making hundreds of pounds an hour. Can I watch this again?
Well, according to your predecessor, I'm a delusional psychotic with obsessive tendencies. Oh, and a history of violence.
Okay. She's delusional psychotic. What was it? Compulsive tendencies? History of violence. Alright. Kind of violence.
To be fair, there was only one violent outburst. That hardly qualifies as a history of violence. And he provoked me.
Who provoked you?
It was a brief moment of temporary insanity. Or temporary clarity, I'm not really sure which. David had been having an affair with his assistant optician, Iris. How predictable. Not just the affair, but an optician named Iris.
That's pretty ironic. David, husband, having affair with optician named Iris. So we actually have had a really funny thing, right? This is a true story. In the UK, we had a weatherman called Michael Fish. Michael Fish, F-I-S-H. I swear to God, one day in the 80s, it started raining goldfish. A tsunami had swept up small fish into the upper atmosphere, into the clouds, and it rained goldfish. His name was Michael Fish, and he had to do a weather report on it raining goldfish. Also, there is currently a weather woman called Gale. As in a gale, as in a wind. Her name is Gale. So they say, here's Gale with the weather. Crazy, right? Like that's just weird. Like, that's like being called Dave Fire and being like a firefighter. Alright, have you met Iris?
Iris was David's assistant optician. Not anymore. No, not like that. I didn't kill her or anything. It's just that I changed the optician into a florist after David died. Optometry was his dream, not mine.
She said after David died, but the subtitle said after what happened with David. Hold on, I just hit the wrong key. She said after David died, right? But it... am I the only one that heard that? I'm gonna listen again.
Iris was David's assistant optician. Not anymore. No, not like that. I didn't kill her or anything. It's just that I changed the optician into florist after what happened with David. Optometry was his dream.
She did just say after what happened. Never mind. I thought she said after David died. Right. Opticians is now a florist. Do you like flowers?
Sorry, doctor, I can't answer that.
What? What is your favorite food?
Sorry.
I mean, being totally honest, right? We have some weird weather in the UK. People actually had what was it called? They had Saharan sand, Saharan desert sand dropping on their cars. People were waking up in the south of England and they had these marks, right? Like in the shape of raindrops where dried dirt circles were all over their cars. And they tested it and it was Saharan sand. Sand from the Sahara was being swept up into the air and like floating in the upper atmosphere and then raining down on Britain. They also found sand from Japan on people's cars as well. Like when they tested all the sand to see where it was from. This is like real shit. Like we have weird weather, dude. Makes no sense. Anyway, what did we ask her? We've asked her a lot of stuff. Let's ask her about the outburst. What happened during the conflict?
I'm going to have to plead ignorance on that one.
What did you do to David?
Keep up, doctor. David is my husband.
I know, I'm asking what you did to him. Did you hurt David?
I stabbed him with a steak knife.
What?
Shocking, isn't it?
Yes. I feel unsafe. I feel unsafe with you. She's just quirky. She's just a little quirky. She's a quirky girl. Stabbed husband with steak knife. I'm gonna ask her if she likes steak. Do you like steak?
If I knew anything about that, I'd...
Skill difference them? Is that what it was? Was it a skill issue? Yeah. I mean, we won, right? We won. Get wrecked. Hello, Ellen. Nice face.
Yes, I can talk about all of that. What do you want to talk about first?
Oh. Hello, Ellen.
Sorry, what do you mean? I mean...
Nice necklace.
I don't know anything about that.
What is your problem?
I started seeing Dr. Dekker a few months ago.
Because?
I thought it would be nice to have someone I could talk to about work. It can get a bit stressful sometimes.
Okay, I'm gonna write down work-related stress. We'll amend that if something else comes up. What do you do for a living? Do I type fast, by the way, or do I type slow? I feel like I type faster than most people, but whenever I see somebody typing and I notice them typing, they're normally typing faster than me. You know what I mean?
I work in a nursing home for the elderly. I basically do end-of-life care.
Ooh. Swedish keyboard. Never typed on a Swedish keyboard before. I don't know why I sound Italian. Anyway, dude, I still can't do Swedish. I can do Norwegian. Norwegian's easier because it's like, you know, she's sitting on the sofa. Like, that's Norwegian, right? But Swedish is, I don't know. Works in end of life palliative care, I guess, right? Are you married?
I'm not really looking for love at the moment. I'm sort of married to my work, but in a good way.
I love when Knut says stupid. I love when he says stupid. Alright, we're marking Alan down as single. How old are you? Oh.
I started seeing Dr. Dekker.
What kind of stresses are you under?
I feel really bad I can't answer your questions. I like animals. Let's talk about that.
Alright. Are you an animal in bed?
I love animals, especially cats. I think everyone is either a cat person or a dog person.
True.
What are you, Doctor?
What are you? I love pussy.
No, sorry.
Okay. I love cats.
Yeah, me too. I have a cat called Church.
I'm just being relatable, by the way.
He's adorable.
Why is your cat named Church? My cat's name is Alfred.
Apparently it's a Welsh name. I'm not Welsh. My mum's into all that new age stuff and I think she thought it would make me seem more interesting.
Okay. What can we write about her? Likes cats. Seems odd. I don't really know what else to... Maybe we can just skip her for now. Who else do we have to talk to? We got Mariana. Hello, Mariana. My name is Dr. Phil.
I'm Mariana. Are you feeling okay?
She has a Cthulhu necklace on. Mariana, where are you from?
Nope. Don't know.
I think this is a British actress doing an American accent. Are you American?
I don't know.
Typical American. There was a TikTok video where what were they asked? The person was asked like, where are you from? And they were like, Chicago. And they're like, so you're American? They're like, no, I'm from Chicago. Are you a cat or a dog person?
I don't have an answer for that.
Why are you here?
I think you're supposed to tell me what's wrong with me. Isn't that how it works?
Right, to start with.
The police keep picking me up for public nudity.
Woo! Oh, holy Tarantino! Did you just see those toes? I think she's turning me into a dog person. I couldn't do the dark noise without laughing. Okay, it's picked up by police for public nudity. Whoo! Big gripper moment. Nice dogs.
No, I don't know about that.
She's wearing a choker. She's got a Cthulhu necklace. We got they're out, you know, the boys are out to play. This is great. What do you see in these pictures, by the way, champ? What do you see? See these pictures at the back? What do you see? Go left to right. Tell me what you see in these pictures. I'll give you a minute to type up your answers. Let's do a Rorschach test. What do you see in this first picture? Have a good look at it. I know what I see immediately, but I probably see something different from you. In this first picture, I see like this black part as being an object in the middle, kind of like an ancient Aztec totem with two eyes. And like this is its legs, like it's sitting with its legs crossed. And then in this one, I see like a demon with curly hair like the queen and like a crown on its head. This is its row of teeth here. And then it has two eyes. The queen, you see the queen in this one as well? No way! Oh yeah, seahorses facing like away from the middle, you're right. I was gonna say in this one, I see also like a bird as well, yeah. Kinda looks like an animal skull in the middle, but it looks like bird's wings. And then the circle just looks like, you know what the circle looks like? If you take a sheet of steel and you take a bow from a violin and you run the bow along the sheet of steel with sand on it, it makes like patterns. It looks like a resonance pattern for like a thing. Anyway, what did we ask her? What is your job?
I work for myself. I make bracelets from things I find on the beach and sell them online. I spend a lot of time at the beach. It's just way more relaxing than anywhere else. You should come with me one day. I can show you all of the sights.
Hey! You wanna go to the beach, champ? Alright, sells jewelry online. Seashells from the beach. We have a law in the UK where you're not allowed to remove anything from an environment if it would cause the detriment of that environment. So for example, you can remove beach glass, you can remove litter, you can remove anything like that, totally fine. But when you start to remove things like wild mushrooms, plants, fallen trees, things like from the ecosystem, then there's a problem. Alright, why are you barefoot?
That doesn't mean anything to me.
I think we're able to forage, right? I believe in Scotland is different than England. You can go and like pick wild mushrooms and whatever, but if you were doing it to the point where like, you know, it was getting problematic for the environment, then you would get stopped. Say for example, there was, I don't know, an apple tree and you stole like every apple from the apple tree, right? Something like that. Like, I don't know specifically about things like, you know, mostly it's mushrooms people forage for, right? And like wild berries and stuff like that. I know in England it's totally different. In England, you're basically not allowed to do anything like that. But specifically for the beach, you couldn't, for example, go to the beach with a couple of big bags and fill them with sand. Like, you can't just take sand from the beach. You'd get away with taking like, you know, some rocks or whatever, right? Like, and like I said, sea glass is totally fine because sea glass is trash, it's litter, so you're allowed to remove that. It's very weird. You'd have to like look it up, but I'm pretty sure it's on like a case-by-case basis, and if you were found to be like selling beach sand, you would probably get arrested and you'd probably have to appear in court for like damaging the ecosystem, something like that. Chanterelle hunting is very big. Is it really? Wow. Swedish mushrooms. Have you ever been to Sweden?
That doesn't really...
Alright, where do you live?
I don't know about that.
I'm gonna ask her about her necklace. Nice necklace.
That's not really helping with my blackouts.
You've been having blackouts?
I do suffer from blackouts, which is strange as I can hold my breath for a really long time. But I'm not swimming before I black out. Dr. Dekker thought it was anxiety originally. Then he worked it out.
Okay. So, Mariana suffers from blackouts, can hold breath a long time. Is anybody else putting this together? She can hold her breath for a long time and she's wearing a Cthulhu necklace. Is she turning into like a fish person? What did Dr. Dekker say was the cause? The blackouts.
That's a bit confusing.
Oh, what causes the blackouts?
I normally black out when I'm dancing. I like dancing. Do you like dancing?
Kind of dancing. I enjoy dancing.
I have no idea.
You just asked me. Okay. I like to dance.
Nope.
Yes, I dance.
Cool. I dance to anything with a beat.
I think that's what you've got to say. You've got to say, like, yes or no. And then you have to include the words that they were using. Alright. Suffers from blackouts while dancing. What kind of music do you like?
I dance a lot at nightclubs.
Okay.
I know most of the nightclubs around here. My favorite is the Pearl because they sell cheap vodka shots all night.
You think it's a suck in the dick reference? Oh my lord. Alright, she dances at nightclubs. Dances at nightclubs. She's the most interesting person so far. Dances at nightclubs. Do you like vodka?
I don't drink.
What are you... am I high? Right, listen.
I dance a lot at nightclubs. I know most of the nightclubs around here. My favorite is the Pearl because they sell cheap vodka shots all night.
And then she says she doesn't drink. I think she gets other people drunk and then she like turns them into fish people. Yeah, she Cardi B's them, dude. She pulls the old Cardi B. Right? Where she just drugs men and robs them and then doesn't go to jail for it. Pearl?
The Pearl is great because the people are so relaxed. I think that's got a lot to do with the cheap vodka shots, or maybe it's just the black lighting. Who knows?
I'd like to check her with a black light, if you know what I mean. Pearl, nightclub, cheap vodka, black light. Black lighting?
I don't have an answer for that.
Alright, maybe we move on from her for now, and we go back to Nathan. We haven't been to Nathan yet. Hello, Nathan.
I'm Nathan Peel. I'm a supermarket worker from, well, hell, really.
Alright, he's a supermarket worker from hell. Everybody say hello to Nathan. Supermarket worker from hell. Nathan, have you ever skinned someone?
I can't answer that.
Suspicious if you can't answer that. Do you enjoy your job?
I'm not really fit for work anymore. I work in produce at the local supermarket. That mainly involves lifting heavy crates of fruit and veg into place for people to buy, and doing that over and over again. My muscles don't seem to have grown much. I think that maybe I'm not aging. When the day resets, I just reset with it. I used to be a builder.
Huh? Is he having Groundhog Day syndrome? Groundhog Day.
I don't have anything to say about that.
Nathan Peel. Did you know that Jonathan Peel, I mean, this could be relevant, his name is Nathan Peel. John Nathan Peel was one of the people, no, it wasn't Jonathan Peel, it was Jonathan something and Robert Peel were the people who established the first police force in the UK.
You asked me that yesterday. I didn't have an answer for you then either.
Yesterday?
What? I don't know.
He said I asked him that yesterday, but this is the first day I've met him. I didn't see you yesterday.
I don't have an answer to that.
You're living the same day over?
I watched that Bill Murray film,
Groundhog Day!
To see if there's any clues.
He knows
to
Groundhog
see
Day.
if there's any clues. That's how bad it's gotten. I'm looking for a cure in a Hollywood movie. Can you help me, Doctor?
Do you like Bill Murray?
I don't know. Sorry.
You watched the movie. How do you not know? Alright, let's go back up to Bryce. So, what was our notes on Bryce? Bryce is a gravedigger, he's depressed, and time stops for him at midnight. What do you record?
I have no knowledge.
Camera?
I've taken a lot of pictures. I have great shots of all the tourist sites. It's amazing what exposure you can use when moving cars are literally frozen still. Must be the sharp
Seen
focus.
the film like 100 times. Like 100 million times. Oh, shit. You're actually kind of meant to do these one by one. So see these orange marks? These orange marks have to turn green, I believe, or something like that. What did it say? Let's learn together. Don't just grill people about the murder, try and help them. Ask them how they are. How they are, and try to find the root of their problem. If anything else, it may uncover the motives you're looking for. Use keywords. Play the help video. So, patient names have dots next to them. Red is keep talking to them, amber is you're done, and green, you've asked everything. And green is optional, amber, yeah. Watch replays in the response tab, look for stars. Important conversations are marked with stars. I think when you hit a star topic, you have to ask them the things that made it a star topic to push it on to being another thing. Does that make sense? Typing nurse will get a response. So you don't need to ask them a question, really. You just need to, like, hit a keyword. Kind of like Telling Lies, the Sam Barlow game. And then this next part was the confusing thing. Including a yes or no when answering patients. Use context. Say, yes, I like cats, not yes. Going green is intentionally hard. Hints will be required. Set hint cooldown in options. Hints will be required. Oh! I think when you ask them a question, you only have like 40 seconds or something to ask them a follow-up question. Kind of like if you have this set with your Alexa. You can do the same with Google, and you can do the same with Alexa. You could set it to, like, continue listening after you... So if you ask it, like, you know, what is the weather like tomorrow, and then they answer you, you can set it so that you just say, and what about the day after that? And then it does the next day. My nose is running so much. Oh my god. I think I really have had the cold for like a week. But it's been such like a light cold that I haven't really even cared, if that makes sense. I haven't noticed. It hasn't been enough to like stop me streaming or anything like that. Act progress 32%, overall progress 5%, responses found 36 out of 206. Holy shit. We're doing really well. So let's go back over Bryce. We asked him what is his problem, and that flagged up an orange thing, and then nothing else did. So let's ask him this
Originally,
again.
I was suffering with depression. Work was piling up. I kept missing deadlines. I wasn't used to all the failure. I got depressed.
All right. Depressed? How do you spell depressed? I spell like...
You'd think being a gravedigger had its perks, but it can be very stressful. There's a trend going towards burial rather than cremation again. And as well as running out of space, we're running out of competent gravediggers. At least ones that can use a shovel, that is. I'm not feeling anywhere near as depressed as I used to, though. Not since I got the extra hour.
The extra hour? Extra hour. You know, in Japan and in South Korea, they're at something like 95% cremation rate. Because again, they're running out of space. Because even if you get cremated, you still get like a grave in Korea and Japan. But they're 95% cremation rate. Which makes sense, you know? Why didn't you like Dekker? Why isn't he talking to me anymore? Hello?
Dr. Dekker would say one thing and do another. He would push me to do things I didn't...
Alright. What did Dekker make you do? Dekker controlled you?
I don't know.
I'm stuck, dude. Should I just start using hints? I mean, I'm typing in what I think I should be typing.
At midnight each day.
It freezes.
In the hour, people are pliable. They don't move. But I can move them. As soon as my hour is up, they start moving again. As if nothing has changed at all.
Do you know Mariana?
Sorry, I don't know anything about that.
You move people?
I do a lot of work in my extra hour. I move people into graves.
Ah! You bury people?
I'm pro-cremation. Not just because I don't have to dig a grave. They still need a hole for the interment of ashes. It's more dignified, like you're becoming one with the universe again. Rotting in a wooden box. Even if you turn completely into atoms, how would you escape? Even bits of the universe get lonely, I'd imagine.
Are you lonely?
We're all alone to some extent, don't you think? I don't have any friends, so I suppose that makes me lonely. In the midnight hour, though, I have as many friends as I like.
This guy fucking...
Do you have a favorite celebrity, Doctor? In the hour, I could take a picture of myself with them, like we're the best of friends.
I like Lucy Wilde.
That's meaningless to me.
Oh god. Do you take many photos? Have you met any celebrities?
Is that something I should know?
Celebrities.
I can't help you there.
Liberty.
That doesn't...
Friends.
I don't have any...
Do you have friends? Achievement unlocked century. That's for 100 guesses. 100 typings. Okay. Are you on medication?
I have no knowledge of that.
Are you recovering from depression?
don't...
I'm still not really sure on the format of what we should be asking this guy. Takes photos with people during his hour. Cremation. You like cremation? Universe?
You'd think being a gravedigger had its perks, but it can be very stressful. There's a trend going towards burial rather than cremation again. And as well as running out of space, we're running out of competent gravediggers. At least ones that can use a shovel, that is. I'm not feeling anywhere near as depressed as I used to, though. Not since I got the extra hour.
Shovel?
Henley Church, where I work, is located on an old Norman motte and bailey. You can't use mechanical diggers or excavators there in case you destroy a relic.
A motte and bailey is like a motte and bailey is like a two-tiered hill. It's actually the name of a fallacy. A motte and bailey fallacy is like when somebody makes an argument and you attack the motte instead of the bailey. Right? It's hard to explain, but a motte and bailey fallacy is like, you know, there's like a straw man fallacy and like all this type of stuff, like appeal to authority, appeal to study or whatever, right? Like, anyway.
Henley Church is relatively small. Well, for the number of bodies they expect us to pack into the ground, it's relatively small. The whole building was once owned by Scientologists, but they handed it back to the community as a tax break, I believe. Or they'd finished doing whatever it was they wanted to do with it.
Scientologists?
I'm not sure I believe in any religion anymore. I used to believe in God, not anymore. There are too many religions to pick from, don't you think?
You know there's over 5,000 religions that believe in over 8,000 gods? It's true.
Sorry, I don't know.
So I need to pursue him
I'm
on
not sure I
this.
believe in any religion anymore.
You used to believe in God.
I'm not sure God would have given a man an extra hour a day. Not just a single man. My extra hour is a gift, but sometimes it's a curse.
Curse?
I sound like I'm complaining, don't I? I'll stop now.
Gift? When did you gain this hour?
Is that something I
When did you acquire your ability?
That does...
How did you acquire your extra hour? Is that not how you do it?
In the hour, people are pliable. They don't move. But I can move them. As soon as my hour is up, they start moving again, as if nothing has changed at all.
Pliable?
Isn't it obvious? I've tried moving them, of course. People are often frozen in the most inconvenient of positions.
Inconvenient for what?
I can't help you there.
Positions?
I have no...
It's almost like when that finishes, like when the time freeze thing goes away. When the plot thread goes away, we just have to move on to another one. You can't keep like pushing him. Hold on. Okay. I have to send somebody a link.
I'm not sure I believe in any religion anymore. I used to believe in God. Not anymore.
What should I ask him? Do you believe?
There are too many
do you
religions
believe
to
in?
pick from, don't you think?
I'll say yes, there are too many religions.
Then we agree. Have you watched Zeitgeist, Doctor? Some of it is believable, and the part about most religions stemming from the same basic facts. It's more likely they've all got it wrong than one of them has got it right.
Zeitgeist.
That's meaningless to me.
All religions are wrong? Maybe that was it. Maybe we pursued that enough. We're trying to get this red dot to go amber or green, right? That's like the goal. I'm using the notes thing wrong. I think you're meant to say, like, write this. Why are your days 25 hours long?
At midnight each day, time is At midnight each day, time as you know it freezes. In my world, it just slows down to almost a stop. But I don't. I'm free to wander around and do as I please. An hour later, normal reality continues. It's my very own midnight hour.
Midnight hour.
It's a bizarre thing to know you have an extra hour every day. I rarely ever sleep until after midnight now, so I can appreciate the extra time. I get a lot of work done in that time. I'm completely caught up. The depression is no longer an issue. 25 hours is a blessing for me. But apparently, it's not real, and I'm insane for thinking it is. What do you think, Doctor?
I believe you.
I don't have any...
I think the extra hour is real.
I thought it would be too early to make a diagnosis, but it's good you're having a go anyway.
Do you think you're insane? Hold on.
At midnight each day, time as you know it freezes. In my world, it just slows down to almost a stop. But I don't. I'm free to wander around and do as I please. An hour later, normal reality continues. It's my very...
So I said midnight hour to him. Normal reality.
Is that something I should...
Midnight hour. Shit. I think I'm not understanding how to play the game yet. I'm still like struggling to get the syntax correct on how we're supposed to interact with the people, even though it has given me a lot of tutorials. It definitely revolves around just repeating back some of the words they say to you. But what I'm not getting is this still has an orange thing next to it, as if I have to keep questioning him on the 25-hour day. However, when I push further into that dialogue tree and ask him about like the midnight hour, pliable, all this stuff, those don't have orange marks next to him. So it's almost like these are responses from this main question, but they're not the one we're meant to ask. We're meant to be asking another thing, and then that pushes it along? Does that make any sense at all? So he says this, we say pliable, he gives a response, but it doesn't push us any further in the story. We say we agree there's too many religions, but it doesn't push us any further. We're missing something he says.
At midnight each day, time as you know it freezes. In my world, it just slows down to almost a stop. But I don't. I'm free to wander around and do as I please. An hour later, normal reality continues. It's my very own midnight hour.
So I'm gonna say do as you please.
In the extra hour,
There we
I
go.
mainly catch up with work. It's a godsend. Sometimes I play chess against myself. It relaxes and strengthens the mind all at once.
Chess?
I like chess. I still play sometimes when I can find an opponent. There's nothing more satisfying than planning scores of moves in advance and then watching things unfold as you saw them. I shouldn't have told anyone about the Queen.
The Queen?
I stumbled across a relic myself. An ancient chess piece. A queen, I believe. The best chess piece. The most freedom of movement. But they took it away immediately and proclaimed the whole east side of Henley Church a protected site of archaeological importance, which means we're not allowed to use it until the archaeologists have finished. I wish I hadn't told anyone.
Archaeologists?
Allegedly, Henley Church is located on an old Norman Motte and Bailey castle. I say allegedly because a relic was found and dated around that century, but the archaeologists haven't found any further proof as yet. I have no knowledge.
I guess that's it. I think we've turned him orange, right? That was what it said in the help thing. That you're meant to be making the people go orange, right? Amber is you're done, and green is you've asked everything, even the optional stuff. I'm gonna sneeze again. I'm gonna BRB, I'll be 1 minute. Oh my god, dude. I sneezed so much that I like almost fucking knocked myself out. Okay, we're back. So we followed up all the questions with Bryce, apart from all the optional questions.
I stumbled across...
Right? Like the ones about chess. I guess we could ask Bryce about his opponent.
I like chess. That doesn't mean... I like chess. I still play sometimes when I can find an opponent. There's nothing more satisfying than planning scores of moves in advance and then watching things unfold as you saw them. I shouldn't have told anyone about the Queen.
Planning in advance?
I do like to be in control.
Oh,
then
shit.
I suppose most people do. Nobody wants life to carry them along helplessly. Everyone wants to kick against it and make their own way. Do you like to be in control, Doctor?
I'm gonna say no. No, I do not like being in control.
Dr. Dekker was very controlling, but he unraveled at the end. Watch out for that, Doctor.
Is that it? Is he green now? He's not green. There's something we haven't asked Bryce, or we haven't triggered him at all on. Oh, why he didn't like Dekker.
Dr. Dekker would say one thing and do another. He would push me to do things I didn't want to do. He was getting worse towards the end. I'm surprised he didn't kill himself.
Dekker didn't kill himself?
He wasn't a good man. I don't know how he could live with himself. Perhaps he couldn't.
Okay. Did Dekker commit suicide? Kill himself? That's not it for that, is it? There's no more Bryce pop-ups. As if we have pursued Bryce. Oh. There's a green mark here that I basically can't even see. It blends in so much.
Dr. Dekker was very controlling, but he unraveled at the end. Watch out for that, Doctor. He couldn't keep control of everything, of everyone. He just set us up like dominoes, but we all toppled in unexpected ways. You'll find it all out in time, Doctor. Just not today. Can't have your head exploding, can we?
Head exploding?
That's meaning.
Dekker towards the end.
I don't know.
What happened to Dekker?
Sorry, I don't know.
Alright, next person, we'll move on. I am like, I feel like really sick today somehow. In the last like hour since I started talking, just like coughing and sneezing and like my nose running. I feel like super sick. It's probably because of all the like late nights, right? Like staying up at night does things to your health, like your physical health, that shouldn't happen to you, right? I've been staying up to like 5, 6, 7 a.m. finishing Inktober stuff. I haven't had any time to do like YouTube thumbnails or upload YouTube videos. I haven't had time. Time just disappears. It's totally fucked. I think that's why I'm getting a cold. I think it's the change in weather, because it started to go from like 12 degrees Celsius outside at night to like 4. I take a vitamin D supplement every day. I take 6,000 IUs off, is it 6,000? You know I'm not making this up. I take 4,000 IUs every day. I take 4,000 and sometimes I take 2. I started taking 2 because there was a guy on Joe Rogan who said that he was deficient to a point where he needed 30,000 IUs a day. And he lived in America. He lived like in a hot part of the world and whatever, right? Where he was out in the sun. Wait, were you calling me D vitamins? Were you just calling me D vitamins? You weren't even talking about like me saying that I'm sick or whatever. Oh my god. No, he's a doctor. Not everybody that goes on Joe Rogan, like you don't appear on Joe Rogan and suddenly your doctor degree means nothing, right? Why would I call you D vitamins? I don't know, because my name's Deppresso vitamins. I don't know. I'm actually, you know what I'm gonna start taking? I'm gonna start taking a magnesium supplement soon. I realized that the all-in-one multivitamin that I take doesn't have magnesium, and I'll tell you why. My right eye, you know the eye opposite from the side I had the Bell's palsy on? My lower eyelid twitches all the time. All the time. Like, probably 4 or 5 days out of the month, it'll twitch for hours on end, right? And it twitches and twitches. And it doesn't go away. Like, there's never a way I could get rid of it. Not like rest, nothing like that, right? And I get pins and needles. You know, like pins and needles when you get that staticky feeling in a limb? I get that quite a lot. I get it in my right hand, and I get it in my like ankles and calves. Anyway, magnesium supplements help with both those things. It's like a sign of magnesium deficiency if you have a eye twitch or like a upper lip twitch that you can't get rid of. Interesting shit, right? Like, that's a really, like, the multivitamin I take is one of the only things it doesn't have is magnesium. Yeah, I think, and I don't eat any foods that have magnesium in them. All the magnesium foods are like these really obscure foods. Very like weird foods. What were we even doing? Oh yeah, we're playing this game. I don't know if you've seen it before. We're a doctor and we're asking people questions. Dr. Dekker has been murdered or died, and we are talking to his patients as a doctor to see if we can work out what happened to him. And that's about it. Also, I'm sniffly as hell today. What up, O-Bandit? What up? So, we got pretty far with Bryce. You can see my notes here. Bryce is a gravedigger. He's depressed. Every night at midnight, time stops for him for an hour. He takes photographs of things and he says there's too many religions, and he's pro-cremation. And he's a gravedigger at a church. That means he works at a graveyard and not a cemetery. Because a cemetery is a place where graves are on their own, and a graveyard is attached to a place of worship. So a church has a graveyard next to it, and a cemetery is like a standalone thing. If you didn't know that, now you do. Claire is a delusional, psychotic, compulsive tendencies. She has a history of violence. She stabbed her husband David with a steak knife when she found out he was having an affair with her, he was having an affair with his, what's it called? Secretary? Ellen has work-related stress, works in end-of-life palliative care. She was the most difficult to talk to. She doesn't give a lot away. Mariana is the most interesting so far. She keeps being picked up by police because she's always naked. She sells jewelry online that she makes with, seashells that she finds on the beach. She suffers from blackouts while dancing. She likes the Pearl nightclub because it has cheap vodka, but she doesn't drink. She doesn't drink, but she likes that they serve cheap vodka, which is weird. And then Nathan works in a supermarket, and he has Groundhog Day syndrome. Nathan believes that the same day is replaying over and over again, and even though this is the first day we've spoken to Nathan, he says, "You told me this yesterday." So that's essentially the premise of the game. These red dots, we have to make these go either orange or green. Going orange means we've passed them and we can move on to the next stage. I think when they're all orange, we can move to Act 2, like the next chapter. But if you get them to go green, you can learn more about the characters and whatever. I think we're just going to go top to bottom and try and get them all to go orange. They don't seem linked so far. There doesn't seem to be a link between any of them. We've asked some of the characters if they know other characters, and they haven't said, so... let's continue with Claire. So, we said hello to Claire, and she started talking.
My name is Claire Castleford, and as I'm paying a small fortune for these sessions, I'd expect you to be up to speed, Doctor.
Let's say small fortune. Small fortune?
Being rich has its perks, but honestly, I would give it all up in a heartbeat if it could free me from this madness.
Madness?
I'm in a bit of a predicament, Doctor. I'll get to that.
Predicament? What else did Claire say?
It was a brief moment of temporary insanity. Or temporary clarity, I'm not really sure which. David had been having an affair with his assistant optician, Iris. How predictable. Not just the affair, but an optician named Iris.
Clarity?
I never used to get angry. Ever. If you're angry, you're not in control. Isn't that right? And it would be very bad for me to lose control.
Have you lost control before?
Let's save that for another time, shall we? I'm rich, but I'm not made of money. And I'm fairly sure my time is up.
Time?
I don't have an answer to that.
So, she had an argument with her husband and stabbed him with a steak knife. These green parts mean, these little green symbols mean that there's more to, like, ask.
It was a brief moment of temporary insanity. Or temporary clarity.
I asked her about clarity.
David had been having an affair with his assistant optician,
I asked him about Iris.
How predictable. Not just the affair, but an optician named Iris.
Let's go with affair. Insanity.
Who's to say who is sane or insane?
Me, I'm a psychiatrist.
We all see the world differently, don't we?
No. No, we don't. Didn't somebody just get a Nobel Prize for proving that there is an objective reality? I'm not making this up. This was a story in the last week. Let's fucking Google it and learn together. Right? Nobel Prize. We're Googling it. Nobel Prize. Objective. Fuck. Reality. The recently awarded 2022 Nobel Prize in Physics has been accompanied by much chatter in popular science columns about how the work of the three awarded scientists has proven that there is no such thing as objective reality and the world is not real. It's the opposite of what I said. It's the opposite. They've proven that there's no such thing as objective reality. A really good one is color theory. What we call green, right? You can look at that sofa and you'll say that's green, right? And I can say that's green. But do we see the same thing? Are we seeing the same green? Or is your green what I would call orange? Right? But we'd never know if we were seeing something different because we both call it green because that's what we've both learned green is. Right? There's a Russian thing where Russians have different words for colors. So Russians have a different word for teal. And it leads to all kinds of weird stuff. And their orange is different as well. Anyway, it's a big meme. It's a big meme. I don't know how they got a nuclear... What is it? A Nobel Prize in Physics for proving that the world isn't objectively real. Very fucked.
Keep up, Doctor. David is my husband.
Husband?
I'm obsessed with my husband. It's absurd, really.
Did you divorce him yet? Obsession? Obsessed with husband? Obsession with David. Isn't Obsession the name of Britney Spears' perfume? Not that that has anything to do with the case. Obsessed with husband. I don't know what else we're meant to ask her.
Keep up, Doctor. David is my husband. I stabbed him with a steak knife. Shocking, isn't it?
You stabbed your husband. Do you love your husband? What do you do for a living?
I don't work. I don't need to. Everything's paid for 100 times over.
Where does your money come from? Is David rich? Are you rich? Huh. 100 times over?
I don't know.
Everything is paid for.
No, that doesn't.
Who pays for everything?
I don't know anything about that. Doctor.
Christ, this is difficult. You're the second person to make that joke, Grummeldunk. You're literally the second person to make that joke. Turtle made the same joke earlier. What the fuck? For real? You're making the same joke. Christ. What is your OnlyFans? OnlyFans?
No, that doesn't mean anything to me.
I don't know what else to ask her. Claire. We're looking for more Claire things.
I'm obsessed with my husband. It's absurd, really.
Why is that absurd?
Because he is here. And he shouldn't be.
Why shouldn't he be here?
He's lucky to be alive. He almost died.
He almost died?
My husband is not a well man. We've been having problems for a while now.
What kind of problems?
I should have divorced him. I wish I had. So much could have been avoided.
Why didn't you divorce him?
Divorce is such an imperfect means of separating two people, don't you think? I suppose I don't really mean it. I thought he was my soulmate and that I would do anything for him. That's a weakness that has caused me problems.
Kind of problems. Do anything for your husband? Weakness.
Sorry, Doctor, I can't answer.
Here's an interesting thing. You know the type of thing that we're doing right now where like typing to her and she's typing back? I don't know if you've ever used one of those like online chat bots. There's a couple of mobile apps that run on the cloud and like you can talk to them and they talk back, right? But they're generally pretty bad. There are some going as far back as like the early 2000s. Well, with all like the progression in AI, things like AI Dungeon, if you ever played that, AI Dungeon is like a text input game that makes stories based on what you type in and things like that. There's actually a thing right now run by the same people that are making DALL-E 2, the AI art thing, the text to image AI art program, where you type in some words. Like say for example you type in a French fisherman in the 1800s and it creates a personality of a French fisherman in the 1800s, and you could ask him like, who are you married to? Where do you live? What kind of fish do you catch? And it has the responses to all of this because it's generated a personality. It's kind of like a text to personality thing, but you give it a very short prompt. You can give it like a prompt of Abraham Lincoln, and you ask him stuff and it'll tell you stuff that Abraham Lincoln knows, kind of like using a search engine. It's very interesting. You get a local version that runs on your GPU now as well. I was tempted to download it and just see what it's about. I can't remember what it's called, but it's basically the same thing that they were using at Google to like make AI what was it called? AI assistants?
My husband is not a well man. We've been having problems for a while now.
Problems with husband. Husband's health.
Since our altercation, he's become less and less active. His mind's become less and less active too. Such a delightful conversationalist at one time, now more of an enigmatic husk.
Husband's decline.
I don't have anything to say about it.
Husk?
David's not ready for company. I hope to take you to see him one day and you'll see for yourself.
Uh-oh. Did she fucking kill? Is this like Psycho? Her husband's like just a fucking corpse in a chair or something? Does David leave the house?
David's staying at the lake house. It belonged to my parents, but I don't use it much anymore. I have the main house to myself.
Lake house. Is David alive? Did she...
David's staying at the lake house. It belonged to my parents, but I don't use it much anymore. I have the main house to myself.
Oh, I think her wealth comes from her parents. Her parents.
I'm an only child and my parents are both dead. Naturally, I inherited everything.
Inheritance.
I don't know anything about that.
Inherited?
I don't know.
What did you inherit?
If I knew anything about that, I'd tell you.
See, it's like really difficult to parse or to like hit the syntax on what I want to ask her. You know? Husband's injuries.
I'm going to have to plead ignorance on that one.
Can your husband walk? Is your husband in good health? No, I'm not understanding how
My
to
husband
like...
is not a well man. We've been having problems for a while now.
What kind of problems? Nope, not getting it. Should I use the hint? Is this the hint thing? Why isn't he a well man? What do you mean by altercation? Tell me about your delusions. Oh. I never even got any hint of her having delusions, right? What was my notes on her? Oh no, shit! I wrote down delusional psychotic. Shit. So maybe if somebody says like I have stresses, I should actually just ask them what are your stresses. Fuck me. Let's go with that.
His health, if you can call it that, has been deteriorating rapidly in the last few weeks.
Mm-hmm.
I can't cope with caring for him anymore.
Ellen, the other character, works in palliative care. Deteriorating. Can't cope.
David has trouble looking after himself. Sometimes I'll leave the lake house and he's just sitting in the rocking chair on the porch. And when I return the next evening, he's still there, just staring into the stars. He needs help, I know, but I can't hire anybody to care for him.
Stars? Stars. Tell me about your delusions. I don't even know if this is how you spell it.
As in seeing things that are not there. I'm not going to be any more specific. It's not true in any case. I'm not delusional.
But I'm not telling you about all the things I see, but I'm not delusional anyway. Like, what the fuck was that? What do you see?
Sorry.
Who said you are delusional? Shit, I'm just gonna use the hint system. What was it? What do you mean by altercation? And tell me about Dr. Dekker. Altercation?
I tried to hurt David once.
We know
That's
about
why
this.
I'm here, isn't it? I'm not proud of my behaviour.
We already know about this. I don't know why this is like a thing.
It was a private matter, though. The police should never have been involved.
What did the police say?
The police seem to think I'm dangerous. I'm only sitting here talking to you because I have a lot of money. Otherwise, there's no doubt I'd be thrown into prison for a very long time. That's why I need your help, Doctor.
How can I help you?
I need you to believe me. That's why I'm paying for these sessions. Everyone else thinks I'm crazy and dangerous. Everyone else thinks I've lost my mind.
Okay. Claire is here to prove she is not crazy and avoid prison for trying to murder David. Have you lost your mind?
They think I'm seeing things, making things up. I don't want to talk about it.
I really want to know what she's seeing. What do you see?
I don't have an answer to that.
What kind of visions do you have, my child?
Sorry.
What was the one last thing? Tell me about Dr. Dekker. So I guess we should ask everybody about Dr. Dekker. How do you feel about Dr. Dickhead?
The most shocking thing about Dr. Dekker's death is that he didn't bring it upon himself. But then I hadn't known him for a very long time. Perhaps I was wrong about him.
That's it. So, if I type in hint on her, since we've already, like, I think I'm kind of getting it. I know I'm like abusing the hint system right now because it's the first chapter, but I think I'm kind of getting it. You really need to like pay attention to what they're saying, not just the words they're saying. And think, how would the writers have wrote this? Right? What do the writers want to tell you? They're mentioning her parents, you should follow up on that. If she says she has a cat, follow up on that. Like, and then also you're here because of Dr. Dekker. I'll ask the parents question. How did your parents die?
It was an accident. But I don't feel like talking about it at the moment.
Why don't you want to talk about it?
I don't know anything about that.
Okay. Did you like Dr. Dekker? Do you believe Dr. Dekker was suicidal?
Dr. Dekker just had that look about him. You know what they say about us crazies. Takes one to know one.
But I thought you weren't crazy. Crazies? Alright, let's skip her and get on to somebody else. Let's go for Mariana again. Mariana is fucking crazy. Like, she's legit actually crazy.
I'm Mariana. Are you feeling okay?
Yes, I'm feeling fine.
That's what Dr. Dekker would say.
Did you like Dr. Dekker?
Dr. Dekker was fine. He had good relationships with his patients as far as I know. I'm not sure why anyone would want him dead.
Did Dr. Dekker have enemies? Let's ask about the blackouts again. Or, yeah, why are you here?
I think you're supposed to tell me what's wrong with me. Isn't that how it works? The police keep picking me up for public nudity.
Why are you naked in public, girl? No. Why are you naked in public?
I'm confused. Which bit should I answer first?
Why are you naked?
I never find my clothes. I don't know why I'm naked.
Do you think that the guy that freezes time for an hour at midnight is taking this woman's clothes? You can't find your clothes? Your clothes disappear? Your clothing is gone?
That's not really helping with my blackouts.
Tell me about your blackouts. Oh shit, what the fuck? What did this do? Mariana's been through a lot. I wonder how all this makes her feel. What the fuck? It wrote that for me. How do you feel?
Like you're not listening.
I am listening, girl.
I have no...
Okay, Marina's been through a lot. She's been through losing her psychiatrist. She appears naked. She's having these type of like dissociative fugue states. Kind of like in Breaking Bad when Walt walks around in his underwear. Do you remember that? Remember when Walt walks around the desert in his underwear? Goes to the gas station and he's having a fugue. And then Marie and Hank go over to their house. Walter, what's going on, Walter? You're walking around naked in the desert. You want to see my minerals? Alright, I don't fucking know. I don't know what to ask her. I feel like using a hint again. Police?
I think they think I'm a naturist or something. They picked me up 5 times in the last month.
5 times a month, okay. Picked up 5 times in a month. Police think she's a naturist. Are you a naturist?
That doesn't mean... I don't know. No,
Whew. How does being arrested make you feel?
I do suffer from blackouts, which is strange as I can hold my breath for a really long time. But I'm not swimming before I black out. Dr. Dekker thought it was anxiety originally. Then he worked it out.
What causes your anxiety?
Dr. Dekker thought I had generalized anxiety disorder. GAD, because of the blackouts. He thought I was breathing badly. Do you think I'm breathing badly?
Is that just to make you look at her chest? Is that like an actual thing? Is that like an actual thing? Oh my god. What else? What else? What did she even just say? I'm distracted. I don't know why. Do you like Quentin Tarantino movies?
That doesn't really...
Feet.
I don't know.
You don't know about feet? Okay. What do we ask her? What do we ask her? You can hold your breath for a long time.
That doesn't...
Hold your breath.
I have...
Swimming.
I'm a great swimmer. I won all these medals at school. I can hold my breath a really long time. Too long. Really.
How long can you hold your breath?
That doesn't mean...
What? Gold medals. God.
I don't have an answer.
Where did you go to high school?
No.
You were an athlete?
That's not really helping with my blackouts.
What causes your blackouts?
I do suffer from blackouts.
Why does dancing cause your blackouts?
You think my dancing causes my blackouts? No, I know it's the last thing I remember, but I don't think it's that. Sometimes I remember more, but I'm tired now. Is that it for today?
When do these blackouts happen? What time do the blackouts happen? Do you think she's being drugged? I'm being totally serious here. Do you think she's being drugged when she goes to the clubs? The pearl. You don't drink alcohol. Alcoholic? Drug use.
I don't know about that.
You don't know about drug use? When do you black out? Shit!
I do suffer from blackouts, which is strange as I can hold my breath for a really long time. But I'm not swimming before I black out. Dr. Dekker thought it was anxiety originally. Then he worked it out.
What did he work out?
He eventually decided it wasn't anxiety, but I'm not going to tell you his final diagnosis. We should have a fresh start. I don't want you influenced by the prognosis.
Influenced?
Nope. Don't know.
What?
He eventually decided it wasn't anxiety, but I'm not going to tell you his final diagnosis. We should have a fresh start. I don't want you influenced by the prognosis.
Fresh start?
I don't.
Prognosis?
I want to stop having the blackouts. I want to stop waking up at the beach. I want to remember those entire evenings. Can you suggest anything that might help?
Perhaps Mariana should stop going to the beach or have somebody watch or record her. Have you considered supervision?
I have.
Have you considered stopping the beach? Stopping the beach? Stop going to the beach. Bitch.
I love the beach. Until somebody tells me it's gonna kill me, I'll keep going. Have you ever been addicted to something, Doctor?
Yes. Black tar heroin. No. Yes. I suffer from addiction. Yes, I am addicted to porn.
I thought so when I first saw you. We should get on great.
Wait! Wait! What? I typed it in. I typed, yes, I'm addicted to porn.
I thought so when I first saw you. We should get on great.
Wait, hold up. Hold up. You thought I was an addict?
That's not really helping with my black.
Jesus Christ.
I love the beach. Until somebody tells me it's gonna kill me, I'll keep going. Have you ever been addicted to something, Doctor?
What if I say, yes, I'm addicted to feet? No, porn is a specific response. There's a specific response for saying, yes, I'm addicted to porn, right? No? Could you put in any word? Is it just, yes, I'm addicted, and then anything, and she just responds that way?
I work for myself. I make bracelets from things I find on the beach and sell them online.
I guess you could say that she sells seashells by the seashore.
I spend a lot of time at the beach. It's just way more relaxing than anywhere else. You should come with me one day. I can show you all the sights.
We should go to the beach. Take me to the beach. The beach is relaxing. You're a creative person.
No, I don't know about that.
What else does she say? She says that the beach is relaxing.
I work for myself. I make bracelets from things I find on the beach and sell them online. I spend a lot of time at the beach. It's just way more relaxing than anywhere else. You should come with me one day.
What sights are at the beach? What is at the beach? What kind of necklaces?
Nope.
What kind of jewelry?
I don't have an answer.
Is that how you spell jewelry? Jewel. Is it jewelry or is it jewelry?
I don't know. It's early days. The business
Ask her
isn't
if she
doing that
sells
great,
online.
but I really enjoy my job if that helps. You can make a lot of money or you can have a lot of fun, but you can't usually do both. That doesn't mean...
Are you single?
That doesn't really...
Are you married?
I don't...
Do you believe in God?
That doesn't mean...
I don't know what else to ask her.
I want to stop having the blackouts. I want to stop waking up at the beach. I want to remember those entire evenings. Can you suggest anything that might help? Like I said, I don't really know anyone around here.
So having a friend follow her isn't possible. Tried filming yourself.
I film myself doing, lots of things.
Heyo!
But it's not so easy to do when you're blacked out.
Heyo! Heyo! What kind of films?
That doesn't...
What do you film yourself doing? You can't just leave me like that. Come on, bro. I don't know what else to ask her. She's still red. She hasn't went orange yet, so that means we still need to like pursue some of these responses, but I'm struggling.
I think you're supposed to tell me what...
How do you spell disassociating? I actually want to type this. I'll have to Google it. Shut up. Disassociating. I think you're... Wait, I fucking Googled how to spell it and it's telling me how to spell disassociation. Not disassociating. Disassociating.
I don't have an answer.
See it. Fucking hell. How can I not type this? I'm Googling how to spell it and it's giving me the wrong word. Dissociative fugue. Alright. I've got it. Fucking shut up. Dissociative. Oh, it's dissociative. It's not disassociative. It's just dissociative. Fugue disorder.
Nope.
You're blacking out because of stress.
I have.
You're taking drugs.
That's not really...
Are you on drugs?
I don't...
Do you use black tar heroin?
No.
Do you smoke weed?
Yes, The miracle cure that fixes all problems.
She does smoke weed!
You sound like a real doctor now.
She smokes weed! That's her problem.
I dance a lot at nightclubs. I know most of the nightclubs around here. My favorite is the Pearl because they sell cheap vodka shots all night.
Why is cheap vodka good? Can you dance for me?
I don't know about that.
Well, you know, it's worth asking. I don't know what else to ask her. I really don't. I'm getting totally stuck here. So she does smoke weed. You smoke weed?
Yes, the miracle cure that fixes all problems. You sound like a real doctor now.
I think the actress actually does smoke weed. She just seemed like, you know, too hype.
Dr. Dekker thought I had generalized anxiety disorder. GAD, because of the blackouts. He thought I was breathing badly. Do you think I'm breathing badly?
No, I think your breathing is fine.
You can check my breathing if you want.
Oh, baby.
Do you want me to lie down? Can you tell just by looking at me? I'm not worried about it, just if you are.
Yes, please. Lie down.
I'm not sure holding my breath too long is causing blackouts. I mean, it could, but I don't remember ever having a blackout when I'm holding my breath.
Can you hold your breath now?
That's not really...
Can I check your breathing? Let me check your breathing. Oh no. Dude, it turned from actually wanting to diagnose her to just me horny posting. It still looks like there's a couple of things to pursue her on. We got a couple answers, but like, it's not helping much, is it? Why are we only getting prompts for Mariana and none of the other people during this section of the game?
I want to stop.
Why do you want the blackouts to stop? Shit, what do I ask her, dude? Do I use the hint system? I don't know. I feel like if I use the hint system, it's cheating. Okay. Do you know anything about the murder? Why have you been picked up for public nudity? What? Why would you ask that? Of course she'd be picked. What? Can someone watch you when you black out? I asked all these things apart from the middle one, right? Didn't I ask about the murder? I don't know. Maybe I didn't. All right, let's ask about this one.
Will you do it for me? Will you watch me to see what happens?
Yes, I can observe you blacking out.
No.
Yes, I can watch you.
So, it's a date then?
Oh, baby!
I'll let you know when.
We're on a date. Date?
Nope.
You just told... Okay. Alright, do you know about Dr. Dekker's murder?
Well, that's why you're here, isn't it? You've replaced him. He was a good listener. I hope you are.
I am a great listener.
Dr. Dekker could really get inside you.
Oh, babe!
It was,
Oh!
unsettling. But you let him do it. Part of the process, I guess.
This is a bit like the girl with the dragon tattoo. Unsettling?
I don't have an app.
Dr. Dekker forced you? Dr. Dekker was unsettling. What was the other thing? Why do the police arrest you? The police arrest you for nudity?
I black out. And then the next thing I remember, I'm naked on the beach, like I've been washed up on shore. Nobody's pressed charges yet.
Is she wet when she wakes up?
The police are getting suspicious.
Like, what happens to her? Like, is she like, Mariana has some blackouts. Does she remember anything during sustaining any injuries? Right. Are you wet when you wake up?
When I wake up on the beach, I normally feel refreshed, which is weird, right? I'm not scared. Not yet. I just want to know what's going on.
Just got an email from YouTube. It says, introducing YouTube handles. Here's what you need to know. If you have a personalized URL, which I do, I have youtube.com/Deppresso, it will be reserved for you as a handle. If you don't already have a personalized URL today, you'll be able to choose a handle for your channel. It'll make it easier for people to mention you in comment sections and connect with other users. It's fucking YouTube. It doesn't need to be changed. It does what it does, right? You feel refreshed. Do you sustain injuries while blacked out?
No, nothing like that. I usually wake up on my side like I've been sleeping. Sometimes I'm
So she is wet. She's like, she's been in the water, right? Seaweed?
That doesn't really mean...
Sleeping on the beach? What else do I need to ask her? I still don't know. It's really difficult to work out what the game wants you to ask her about. Because I want to know who killed Dr. Dekker, if he killed himself, right? I want to know why everybody's having these psychological problems, if it's real or if it's like all in their head. It is what it is. Actually, it does. Go to any mid-sized channel and you see people impersonate the creator to scam people. Oh! So this is like a way to stop that, possibly. So more like that's just them saying it's to help people connect, but what it's really for is to stop people pretending to be Markiplier. Makes sense. Makes sense. Alright, Mariana is orange. We've actually progressed enough with her. Let's do Ellen. I might take some more notes on Mariana though. Wakes up on the beach, refreshed, covered in seaweed after blacking out. Dr. Dekker had a diagnosis, but she won't tell me. Tell me what? She smokes weed. Alright, Ellen. Ellen is like tiny little thing here. We don't have a lot on Ellen. Ellen. I've never actually seen Ellen spelled like this. E-L-I-N.
I started seeing Dr. Dekker a few months ago. I thought it would be nice to have someone I could talk to about work. It can get a bit stressful sometimes. She
thought it would be nice to talk to somebody about work, so she's not here through like orders from the police or orders from, like, you know, the court or anything like that, right? She's just here on her own. She's wanted to talk about work, and she's single, and she has a cat. Okay. What is stressful at work? Work is stressful?
I'd really like to be able to answer you, but I don't know what to say.
Same. Give me a minute, I'm like rubbing my eyes. Oh my god. I really need a better schedule. Hopefully when October's finished and I can start going to bed at like actual times again. It's almost like normally I go to bed at like 4, 5 or 6 a.m. because I'm making my own schedule. But because of like Inktober and having to finish your picture like that day, like having to finish the painting or having to finish like the drawing that day, it makes you stay up later. So I'm staying up like to 6 or 7 against my will, whereas normally I would have early nights if I'm tired. Does that make sense? So even though like my schedule, it would still be fucked, even if I was like going to bed at 5 or 6, I'd be doing it through choice. I wouldn't be like taking these extra hours.
I'm not really looking for love at the moment. I'm sort of married to my work, but in a good way.
Married to your work.
Yes, I love my job. I love my patients. Even the really crotchety ones, you know? Oh God, you should hear what comes out of their mouths. They're like my children in a way. That sounds weird, doesn't it?
It does sound, yes. Yes, it sounds weird.
I don't.
Your patients are like your children?
I don't have any kids.
Okay.
Maybe I will one day, I don't know. At the moment, all my energy is focused on taking care of my patients.
Tell me about your patients.
No, sorry.
Patients?
I haven't really got anything to say about that. Maybe we should talk about you.
Talk about me?
I don't know. I feel like I'm the weakest link or something.
Damn! I can't say anything. I can't say anything. Was not expecting that. Was not expecting that. Okay. Okay. Back to the game.
Apparently it's a Welsh name. I'm not Welsh. My mum's into all that New Age stuff, and I think she thought it would make me seem more interesting.
Welsh?
I'm really bad at this, aren't I?
Tell me about your parents. Your mother?
No.
New Age?
New Age.
Woo! Got him.
Like auras and healing energy, crystals and all that. It's not really my thing.
You don't believe in crystals?
No. Sorry.
Not your thing?
I don't know. I haven't really got anything to say about that.
Alright, hold on. You know in the settings how there was an option? Hint timer. I think the hint timer is how quickly the hints show up. Correct? I don't understand, like, hint timer. I don't get it. Also, sepia. Sepia is like a tone, right? That doesn't change anything, does it? Oh, it does. It looks like brighter and more natural. There's less, Is it changing it? try to focus on the white stuff in the background and on how bright her character is, right? And then you change it to this. I guess there is a sepia filter, but it's like low. It's like a 10% sepia filter if it's anything. Anyway, back to the responses. Healing crystals. What does she want me to talk about? What do you know about the murder?
I think it's terrible what happened to him. So awful. No one deserves to die like that.
How did Dr. Dekker die?
I've known a lot of doctors over the years. Most of them arrogant idiots who think nurses are just there to do their bidding, or worse. Dr. Dekker was different. He had a lot of time for me. He was interested in my problems. He was a bit offbeat, but yeah, I liked him. But then I like most people.
I don't know what else to ask her. You liked Dekker. Dekker was a nice man. Dekker didn't deserve to die. What is your diagnosis?
I'm really bad at this, aren't I?
She's actually the hardest nut to
I'm
crack.
obsessed with my...
She's literally the hardest nut to crack here.
I work in a nursing home for the elderly. I basically do end-of-life care.
Is the italics? Hold on. Is the italics in the subtitles what tells you what the hint is? I put subtitles on for everything. By default, they're only in the replays. But I thought for the sake of making things just a little bit more accessible, that I would put the subtitles on for all of the captions. So I'll say end of life care.
The usual things.
See?
Making sure the patients are comfortable, making sure they're not in any pain, and I talk to them. I keep them company. Some of them get pretty frightened about what's coming. Well, those of them that aren't out of it on meds. I comfort them.
Did you know that if somebody's on palliative care and they're gonna pass away, that it's actually pretty common to deny the patient water? Because if you provide them with water, it makes them it sounds really stupid, but it makes them last longer. I found this out the other day and I didn't believe it, and it's true. You die better if you're dehydrated. So it's common to not provide not try and force a patient to drink or whatever, right, in their last moments. In their final days, you actually want them to be dehydrated so their body shuts down easier and they pass away quicker, if that makes sense. It's a thing. It's a thing. I totally didn't believe it, but it's a thing. I had to look it up. What
the
did she
usual
even
things.
say?
Making sure the patients are comfortable.
What do you tell the patients?
I'd really like to be able to answer you, but I don't.
Comfort them.
Death is frightening, isn't it? Isn't it what everyone's afraid of? The great unknown. No one should have to face that alone.
Are you scared of death?
No, death doesn't scare me.
Ooh.
It's probably because I've been around it so much, but I haven't seen anything that's made me feel like it's something to fear. I don't think death is an end. I think it's a doorway to another place. I'm just not sure where. Where do you think we go when we die, Doctor?
What does it say here? Ellen asked me where we go when we die. Heaven? Valhalla, maybe? I can think of half a dozen more. We go to, what's it called? In Dragon Ball Z. We go to Shenlong's big highway. What's the place? The Dragon Highway. Right? And then you run along the highway and then you get your wish and Shenron brings you back to life with a halo. Right? Isn't that what happens? Jesus Christ. What should I tell her? I believe in the afterlife.
When someone says afterlife, it just makes me think of wispy figures floating around in a white haze. Like you get in those New Age posters. I don't really go for all that.
What do you believe in?
I don't know.
What do you think happens after death?
No.
Do you believe in Valhalla?
I don't really know what that is. Something to do with Vikings, isn't it?
Sovngarde. A true Nord of Skyrim goes to Sovngarde. Do you believe in God?
I don't believe in God, so I can't really claim to believe in heaven.
Do you believe in the me that believes in you?
I haven't really got anything to say about.
Do you believe in our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ? Okay, let's go back to end of life care.
The usual things. Making sure the patients are comfortable, making sure they're not in any pain, and I talk to them. I keep them company. Some of them get pretty frightened about what's coming. Well, those of them that aren't out of it on meds. I comfort them.
Talk to them? What's coming? Meds?
I don't like it when patients are heavily sedated, especially when there are alternatives, like herbal remedies. I mean, imagine if you only had a few days or weeks left to live. Would you want to spend it asleep?
No, I would not like to be asleep.
Exactly. I feel like it's almost
Whoa,
criminal.
how is she
robbing
actually
people
the
of their
most
last moments
natural
on Earth.
responses?
You should be able to savour the experience, not sleep your way to death.
Savor the experience?
I'm not saying anyone should be happy about dying. I've seen lots of people die, and it's a special moment. There's literally nothing else like it.
Special moment?
No, I don't like it. I feel lucky to share that moment with them. To be there with them when it happens. You know what I mean?
No, I do not know what you mean.
I'd really like to be able to answer.
Huh?
I don't like it when patients are heavily sedated. I don't like it when patients are heavily sedated, especially when there are alternatives, like herbal remedies.
Okay, so
I mean,
yeah, the italicized stuff is real. She's totally trolling though, right? Because she said she doesn't believe in the new age hippie shit and it is her like mother, but then she's the one who knows everything about it.
I'm a qualified herbalist.
See?
It's okay, you can laugh. Most people think herbalism is a joke.
It is, it's like chiropractic.
But I'd much rather help my
Chiropractors.
patients sleep at night with valerian or passion flower.
I mean, that works,
than
but...
lorazepam, temazepam, or zolpidem.
Diazepam. Let me Google something real quick for you, y'all. What's it called? Chiropractors wiki. Alright, chiropractic, right? You look up chiropractic on Wikipedia. Chiropractic is a form of alternative medicine concerned with the diagnosis, treatment, and prevention of mechanical disorders of the musculoskeletal system, especially of the spine. It has esoteric origins and is based on several pseudoscientific beliefs. A lot of it, like 95% of chiropractic practices are fake, and a lot of them are charlatans. The equipment that you buy to do some like chiropractic adjustments is designed to make noises, similar to how a wrestling ring is designed to make more noise. You know how there's like springs under a wrestling ring so that when you slam into it, it makes like a loud noise? The same thing is true of chiropractic tables. This is real. This is a real thing. If you've ever seen those videos where the chiropractor puts a knee on somebody's back and like leans in and you hear like a big, right? I just did that with my fingers, by the way. If you ever hear those loud cracks or those loud pops, often it comes from the table, and it's complete pseudoscience. There are like so many charlatans charging people huge amounts of money and claiming to fix things, and it's a complete pseudoscience. Some of it actually works the same as a placebo, where people visit the chiropractor and they feel like everything's great and they get on with their body normally, and their body heals because they're using it again, and they're not compensating for like pain in one side of their body, or like, you know, limping, or all the rest of the things that you do when you have an injury. I'm not saying it's like 100%. I'm saying like 95% of it is shit. Like it's very fucked. It's kind of like what's it called? The astrology people, or like mediums that talk to the dead and just basically take money off of people. Is this lagging like shit? When I scroll with the scroll wheel, it's lagging like shit. I wonder why it's doing that. Look, like if I do this, do you see how she like starts to lag, and then if I stop, she goes fast again? This game is built on like a fucking toaster. Maybe I should do this thing. Look, there's a thing here in the options. It says in process GPU. What does that even mean? I'm gonna Google this. In process GPU. Dr. Dekker. The option was mainly a toggle for some systems that couldn't run Dr. Dekker at all to try and get the Steam overlay working, but essentially tells Chromium, the underlying player, to attempt to use hardware graphics in its own thread. So it would depend on how much power your CPU drains over your GPU in terms of conserving battery life. Try toggling it. Oh! This whole fucking thing is a web app. The whole game is a Chromium web app. It's running on Chromium, the stuff that like runs the Steam browser, right? Okay. It's essentially a big web app that Okay. Alright, we need more Ellen talk. We need an Ellen that's an orange. Do we have an orange Ellen? There we go.
I started seeing Dr. Dekker a few months ago. I thought it would be nice to have someone I could talk to about work. It can get a bit stressful sometimes.
So stressful is the highlighted word, but we've already talked to her about stressful, right? A few months ago?
I'd been seeing him for about 9 months, I think.
9 months? Talk about work? Nice to have someone to talk to.
No,
Are you lonely?
I don't know. Sorry.
Are you schizophrenic?
I'm really bad at this, aren't I?
Dude, I don't even know what to ask her. Do I just like use hints? Fuck it, right? No point in getting frustrated. Why does it get stressful? I asked that. I asked why does it get stressful? 100%. It'll be in the log, right? I said work stresses, stressed at work or something like that. Yeah, I did. I asked that, just not in the same
It can
way.
be sad sometimes. I don't like losing a patient, but that's the job. I don't get stressed about it or anything.
If you're specifically a palliative care nurse, aren't you going to lose all your patients? Shouldn't you have the highest patient loss count of them all? Losing a patient.
No.
What did I miss when she
It
said
can be
that?
sad sometimes. I don't like losing a patient, but that's the job. I don't get stressed about it or anything.
You don't get stressed?
It's not the job that stresses me. It's the people I work with, the other nurses.
Oh.
They're mean to me.
Oh. What do the other nurses say?
They call me the angel of death.
Holy shit!
Because so many patients have died on my shift.
Oh my god.
I don't think they mean it. Obviously, it's not my fault. It just seems to happen that way.
Angel of death? Okay, hold on. Ellen's co-workers stress her out more than the job. She enjoys the death of her patients. She has a nickname, the Angel of Death.
They're old. People die when they're old. I mean, medically speaking, it's heart failure or organ failure or pneumonia. They're all natural causes, though.
Natural causes?
I'm really bad.
Patients' old age?
I'd really like to...
Do you cause the patient's deaths? There's a female nurse who has essentially in the UK, like right now, there's an ongoing case where a nurse has murdered like a bunch of newborn babies, and she's literally confessed with a note, but her lawyer is saying that the note doesn't stand up in court, blah blah blah. But yeah, she's killed like so many children that is like, she'll be one of our biggest serial killers for the amount of people she's killed in the amount of years that she's done it. She's pretty young too. I think she's like under 30. If she'd continued going, she'd be like one of those other nurses that killed all the patients. We've had a bunch of like, that happens in America too actually. Like America's had a couple of nurses that have killed all the patients. It's a thing. But like this woman has been killing newborns. She killed 2 of a set of triplets. Like she killed 2 out of the 3 triplets. Like she's totally fucked in the head. She got caught in the act of doing something or something like that, and they had started investigating it. And she wrote a note saying that she's an evil woman and that she did it.
They call me the angel of death because so many patients have died on my shift. I don't think they mean it. Obviously, it's not my fault. It just seems to happen that way.
Is it your fault?
I haven't really got anything to say about that. Maybe we should talk about you.
No. Who calls you the Angel of Death? How many patients have died in your care?
3 last month.
Oh!
3 the month before that, I think. But only 1 so far this month, so that's good. Although one of my patients, Hilda, I don't think she's got long.
You can predict their deaths?
No.
Hilda.
She's one of the crotchety ones. Always swearing and spitting at me. Never got anything nice to say. Thinks we're going to smother her in her sleep or something. She doesn't bother me though.
Smother her? Murder her? Alright, I don't know what else to ask her. I'm gonna hint system this shit. Who are you? Oh, wow. We actually checked that hint already. Who are you?
I'm Elin. I'm 25 and I'm
Elin?
a nurse.
It's not Ellen?
God, I sound like I'm on one of those dating shows.
Wait, hold up. You're 25?
I don't know.
Hold up. We're Googling this. I need a VAR check on this, please. Dr. Dekker, IMDb. We're Googling this. So the game came out in 2017. Helen Jenkinson is the actress who is playing. I'm really fucking looking this up. I don't believe she's 25. I can't find her. It says she's 32 to 35 on backstage actorheadshots.com. I've literally found her headshot page. This is her! This is her! This is her! She's in A Discovery of Witches Season 2. She's in a short film called The Amputee. She hasn't listed her... She's listed under online multimedia, which I guess covers games, that she's in the Infectious... whatever. It says there that she left with a Bachelor's of Honors in 2006. So she wouldn't be. She'd be 30. She'd be 30 in this game, right? Roughly? She does look totally different though in her headshots. I actually found her acting profile. That's pretty funny. Like, as soon as you Google her name, you get her acting thing.
I'm Elin. I'm 25 and I'm a nurse. God, I sound like I'm on one of those dating shows.
Nurse and dating are highlighted because those are the things. Dating shows? Dating? Nurse. You're a nurse. You're 25?
No, sorry. I'm Elin. I'm 25 and I'm a nurse. God, I sound like I'm on one of those dating shows.
I don't know what else to ask her. What does it say? Sorry for writing in your notes. Say hello to Ellen for me and let her know that Terry called for her. Jaya. What the fuck? Who is writing in my notes? Can I over some questions to ask? Huh? Oh. I'd rather just work out myself, sorry. Wait, you've been in this stream before, right? You have. I recognize your name. I mean, there is a hint system, right? I'm just like trying to hammer my way through the questions before using the hint system. Should I say Jaya says hello? Wait, what?
I'm Elin.
Say hello to Elin for me. I think you were here when I played Telling Lies, right? Or maybe Immortality? Or am I completely messing up your name for somebody else? Sorry for writing in your notes. Say hello to Ellen for me. Let her know that Terry called for her.
Terry's one of the other nurses at the home.
Okay.
I don't think she likes me very much.
Oh, you have been here before. Yeah. I think it was when I was playing Telling Lies or Immortality. So she went orange, which means I can just, like, pass over her. But I could also try pushing her on some of the green things. By the way, sorry for the lag when I scroll. You'll notice that, like, the video slows down. That's because this game apparently runs in a Chromium window or something. I have no idea. It would make sense. When I actually tried to capture this game, I couldn't use a game capture or a application capture. I had to use a window capture, right? And I think the reason I had to use that is because this game is literally like a Chromium window. It's literally like a Google Chrome window. Hinting. Perhaps you should ask someone else a question. Oh. I mean, Nathan's the only one we haven't finished. I've been going top to bottom because jumping between the different characters didn't really seem to be getting me very far. What was happening is if you asked the different characters questions, their question would be stuck all the way down at the bottom of this. If that makes sense. Oh yeah, Nathan's the guy that's living the same day over and over again. Says he spoke to me yesterday. What did I tell you yesterday? By the way, you can offer questions if it's like you just saying them, right? Like, but if you've played the game before and you're like using a walkthrough guide, then, you know. If you want me to ask them questions and you haven't played the game, then by all means. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't mind backseating if the person suggesting the stuff doesn't know the answer either. Oh, that's what I mean. That's fine. That's totally fine. If you just want to ask them questions, then that's fine, right? I can't remember what game I was playing. It was like a puzzle game. And somebody was asking, like, a new chatter was telling me the solution to the puzzles. And I thought that they knew. So I did that solution and it didn't work. And I was like, why would you tell me that if it doesn't work? And I forgot that, like, there's a chance that they just haven't played the game either. Yeah, if you want to ask them stuff and you haven't played it, then that's fine. Alright, Nathan. So these are questions we've asked everybody before. It is very laggy. Like, look at this. It's getting more laggy the more questions are in this list.
Sorry.
Alright, let's say hello. And look at the response.
I'm Nathan Peel. I'm a supermarket worker from, well, hell, really.
Alright. You're from hell?
I imagine what I'm experiencing now might be a type of hell. Not everyone burns in flames with the devil on their back. I'm hoping you can make sense of my problem.
What is your problem?
It's like those montages you get in movies. Time passes, you wake up, shave, if you feel like it, shower, get dressed. What's the point? You get this day over and over, nothing changes. Am I in purgatory, Doctor?
Purgatory?
Because I'm stuck between this day and the next. Most of the time, anyway.
Most of the time?
Sometimes it looks different.
Okay.
Sometimes the bird song will change, or the weather will be less bleak. Or that person who nodded at you yesterday doesn't do it today. But it doesn't usually change. You need a tragic event for change. Like a murder.
Do you know about Dr. Dekker's murder?
Dr. Dekker's murder was sudden, brutal. It's terrible. But Doctor, 2 weeks. 2 weeks I had of rolling days. No do-overs. No Monday. I wouldn't kill anyone, though. I'd have to keep doing it, wouldn't I? Few things seem to move me forward.
You had 2 weeks of real time.
No.
2 weeks?
I don't know.
You're not a murderer.
I don't have an answer to that question.
Okay, hold on. Let's watch this again.
Sometimes it looks different. Sometimes the bird song will change, or the weather will be less bleak.
The sepias for in these
or that person who
flashbacks.
nodded at you yesterday doesn't do it today.
The sepias for the flashbacks. I thought there was a slight sepia tone over the game with sepia on. If you turn sepia off, when you watch these flashbacks again, it won't have it. Got it.
I don't know anything about it.
Yeah, there you go. Look at that.
You asked me that yesterday.
Okay. I'm gonna turn sepia back on. I feel like it's necessary. And the subtitle hints in the flashbacks show subtitle hints. So subtitles should always be on. And then this should... Oh, okay. I am using the hints. I thought it was just italicized words for emphasis, but then some of them were actually hints on what to like ask them next. So essentially I'm playing the game in super easy mode and I'm not doing any detective work of my own. If you type in hint or use this drop down menu at the top here, it like gives you things to type in. But if you listen to something they've said that has a little red or orange asterisk next to it, and you repeat the words to them that have the italicized parts, that's how you progress onto the next thing. I'm actually out of options with this guy though. Do you enjoy your job?
Sometimes.
What looks different?
Sorry. Sometimes it looks different. Sometimes the bird song will change, or the weather will be less bleak, or that person who nodded at you yesterday doesn't do it today. But it doesn't usually change. You need a tragic event for change.
So tragic event and murder are the italicized words, and they're the things you type in. That makes it less of like, you know, me actually playing the game, but I guess we're here for the story, right? The other game from this creator, Contradiction, and then the other one is called... Fuck, I can't remember. The one with the radio station in it. The other two are more gameplay focused. This is a lot more story focused. Alright, let's type in tragic event.
I didn't see the driver. It was my fault. I pulled out and the lorry just rammed me. Well, Hannah. She was sat next to me. I was in shock, obviously. And when I came to, she was so close to me. It was like she was trying to hug me. But it wasn't right. Not natural. Bits of metal pushing through her. That was 5 years ago.
Let's ask about Hannah.
My fiancée. My childhood sweetheart. We met at secondary school. She was head girl, I was the quiet one. She liked computer games, so I instantly fell for her. I proposed in Goldshire.
World of Warcraft,
she said she didn't date
boys.
elves, so I leveled up to a human necromancer and asked again. Sorry, it's Warcraft? We spent a lot of time on that.
A human necromancer? Does he mean a warlock? Why didn't they just say warlock? There's no necromancers in World of Warcraft. Okay, lost his fiancée, Hannah, 5 years ago in a crash with a lorry. Plays WoW, is a necromancer. What else? What else did he say? Loves Goldshire. Loves it. Was quiet in school. I guess what we need to ask him is, let's ask him about Goldshire.
We played World of Warcraft a lot together. I guess it's not the cool thing to do anymore. But we had a lot of memories there. To be honest, it reminds me a lot of life now.
The game
same
just froze.
thing over and over again. Bring me X bunnies to make a stew. Y badger teeth. Rinse, repeat. Maybe I'm just grinding life.
I say grinding life. Life is like a game?
No.
Badger teeth.
What? I don't know.
Necromancer. Oh, so if you type in Necromancer or Goldshire, it gives you that response. So if a response on the left flashes, when I type in like this...
I don't have anything to say.
Yeah, it flashes to say you've already done it. It didn't do it that time for some reason though. Let's say lorry driver.
I've been shrunk for that already. If I had that day again, I wouldn't make the same mistake. Hannah would still be alive. We'd probably have a family by now. I haven't had any relationships since then. I don't know.
Change the past?
I don't know.
Mistake?
No. I can't move backwards any more than a day.
You just have to
I
kind
don't
of
really
work
seem
out which
to control
word
it.
it is then.
It's generally always on. I have to try and change something to move forward.
What do you change to move forward?
To move forward, I really have to see something that feels like it can't be rewound. Like a death or some other tragedy. It's not enough to hear it or read it. I've got to see it. I suppose from that point of view, it looks like I'm in control of things.
Do you feel in control?
I'm not in control. Doctor, look at me. I'm broken. You need to help me.
I want to help you.
I don't have an answer to that question.
What else can I ask him?
I didn't see the driver.
Oh, fault.
It was my fault.
I was gonna say
pulled
blame.
out
I was gonna
and
say, do
Laurie
you
just
blame yourself?
Rammed me. Well, Hannah. She was sat next to me. I was in shock, obviously. And when I came to, she was so close to me. It was like she was trying to hug me. But it wasn't right. Not natural. Bits of metal pushing through her.
You blame yourself.
I was fine for quite a while after the accident. Well, being treated for depression. I thought I was cured. It was only recently after meeting Dr. Dekker that I had a strange deja vu. I'm exhausted. Doctor, is our time up? Sorry.
I think that's him. He probably turned orange for that. No? No. Hold on. Who is Jaya?
I haven't really got anything to say about that. Maybe we should talk about you.
What do you want to know about me?
I'd really like to be able to answer you, but I don't know what to say.
You know how it said that I need to talk to somebody else before I go back and talk to whoever, right? So Claire has a husband that she tried to stab with a steak knife, and he is almost kind of like on end of life care, like he's paralyzed and stuff. And Elin has experience in end of life care. So maybe Elin is the one that you need to like talk to push forward with Claire. I don't know. What else does Nathan need to be asked? Do we just hint? Let's hint. Tell me about Dekker. Yes, I will try to help you. Oh no, I can't help you. I said, what did I say to him? I said, yes, I want to help, right? Yes, I will try to help you.
I don't know how.
I'm just getting the syntax
thank you,
wrong.
Doctor. This is our first time around, and I trust
On the
you.
inputs. This is our first time around. First time around. Didn't he say that he spoke to me yesterday?
What? I don't know. No.
Tell me about Dr. Dekker.
Dr. Dekker was a complex man. I spent a lot of time with him, but he won't remember it that way.
Oh, Dr. Dekker will only remember like one session, whereas this guy remembers like 10 or 20.
As far as Dr. Dekker was concerned, we had Monday, then moved on to Tuesday. But me, I had Monday 5, 10, 50 times before I got to Tuesday.
That's it. We can hand in our notebook and go to the next chapter. Or we can pursue any of these things that have double orange on it or green. We can pursue these to get every single response and make these turn green. What I think I'm gonna do though is it's 11:20 p.m. and I'm trying to shift my schedule a little bit. I think I'm gonna end the stream so that tomorrow I stream earlier, because I've only streamed like 3 hours today, and a lot of the streams have been between 2 and 4 hours this month. So I think I'm gonna end the stream now, and maybe we'll try and get some more responses. So on chapter 1 I have missed 45 responses so far, so it's probably like another hour almost, or another half hour maybe, and then we can move on to the next one. And I'm using hints, I don't really care at this point, right? I think that's what we're gonna do though. Alright, auf Wiedersehen, thanks for watching, good night. Sorry that the stream is so short, but yeah, it's like 11:20 p.m. Yeah, good night.